And that was like very exceptional, great stimulation that we got from the university, which I don't think we would ever have gotten in the Netherlands. So I'm Martin Willemink. I started a company in 2019. It's called SegMed. And what we do is we help hospitals on one side with making their data machine readable and making it ready for AI development. And on the other hand, we work with companies who develop AI algorithms. And we provide the de-identified structured data that they need to train, validate, and test their AI algorithms. What was your most WTF moment doing business in the US? In Europe, working in an academic setting, there was no affiliation, nothing with industry. There were no incentives to actually come up with research that would evolve into a product in the end. Here at Stanford, it's a whole different story, where it's very entrepreneurial. So for myself, I came here to do research and I ended up as an entrepreneur. So that's a pretty typical story in Stanford and the Silicon Valley in general, and not so much in Europe. Martin, you're a scientist turned entrepreneur. How did Stanford help getting your business started? So Stanford was very helpful getting my business started. I attended the Stanford Graduate School of Business Ignite program, which is a program for people that have no MBA or anything, and you learn about how to start a company, and you learn it in about 10 weeks. They put you together in a program where you meet other people, like-minded people that maybe don't have the business background, but that do have certain technical or clinical skills. So I got put into a group of people that we really were like-minded, and we were able to actually launch a startup, to really start a company that grew from 0 to 22 employees right now and still growing, just because we met in this program at Stanford. So that was super helpful. How would you describe the difference in business culture within universities in Europe and the United States? So there is a big difference in business culture at universities in Europe and the United States. The biggest difference is in Europe, there is not really any incentives or any stimulation to actually do something with business. It's really focused on do the research, do the teaching, do your clinical work, and that's about it. Here it's completely different. Here there are programs for students, for postdocs, for faculty to actually valorize your idea into a company or into a startup. And not only the initial start, the launch of the program is stimulated, but actually along the line it's stimulated as well. For example, we did the Stanford D-School Launchpad program, which is an accelerator program specifically for Stanford people. And it was super helpful because they give you all these advices about, how do you do sales, how do you do marketing, how do you grow your company. And that was very exceptional, great stimulation that we got from the university, which I don't think we would ever have gotten in the Netherlands. Can you share one important and practical tip on scaling a company in the United States or operating in a larger organization? So I think what I have learned during the accelerator programs that we've done with SegMed, so with SegMed we've done multiple accelerator programs here in the Bay Area. And what is super important is that your user can use your product. So you have to be very, very much in touch with your customer. Your customer has to be your best friend. If your customer uses your product and really needs your product, then you're at a good place. So before you can scale, you have to make sure that you find the product market fit, and that you can only reach if you have this exceptional bond with your customer to make sure that you can develop the product that they need to solve their problem. And that's super, super important. Once you have reached that, then the scaling is relatively easy. I mean, we are still an early stage company, so we haven't scaled that much yet. We're still in the product market fit area, so I cannot give that much advice about how to really scale it to a super large company. But I do think that's the basis. Once you found that, then scaling your company up is going to be relatively easy.